Just in your eyes, kind of what was the difference in this afternoon's ball game?
Very similar teams, very similar speed. I was so proud of our guys coming out at halftime for not quitting. Down 21 points, they came back and had an incredible third quarter. The way they fought back, they were resilient through the entire time. Um, it's bittersweet, but at the same time, this keeps up so much pressure poured on them from a young age. Everyone's talking about how they're going to go to state, Lucas Oil, and that they actually got here was so much to be proud of. But again, bittersweet ending for these guys.
When you take a look at the ability of this senior class to withstand kind of some punches, you're down 3 touchdowns at halftime, and to make it a 1-point ball game, you have to be proud of the way that this team responded ultimately.
It's very emotional. This is my last time with the seniors because they've meant so much to me over the last 4 years. Nate Miller, for example, I've coached him 48 varsity games now. So some of these guys I've went through so much time with on Friday nights. So it's so special to me, but at the same time, it's going to be so sad that now I'm finally done with them. It's going to be an incredible memory. Obviously, the first team in our history to go to Lucas Oil Stadium. The community support we have was absolutely unbelievable. I think all of Southern Adams County was down here today. The calls and the texts, the people volunteering to give us meals and hotels and charter buses. It's so cool to have so much support for this community and this program.
Christian scores the touchdown with 1:30 remaining. Talk about the decision to go for 2. It been a play that you guys had had a lot of success with. How difficult was that decision to make, and kind of what went into that process?
No decision at all. We knew right from the start there. We talked about it even before the game. If we're in a point where we're down to go for 1 or go for 2, what are we going to do? And we have a great junior kicker, but he's a junior kicker. We're not going to put it on him. We're going to put it on our seniors who got us here, senior captains. We talked about it with James and Somerset said, "Hey, give me the ball. I'll get in there." And he had the legs turn him, but obviously just too many guys flowed to him. So we would do the exact same thing again. Give the senior captains a chance to punch it in for the win.
I mean, I couldn't be more prouder than this team. You know, we could have easily just rolled over and died and gave up, but you know, we were down 3 touchdowns at the half, and it's only a 1-point loss, but you know, we came up short, and it wasn't the ending we all expected, but I couldn't have asked any more. My teammates played our hearts out, our D-line played our hearts out, you know. Everything was just more than I could have asked for.
Now, this is a team that you guys have been together for a long time. You guys have been talking about, specifically this season for a long time. How sweet is it, though, to be able to play for a state championship and to have what will go down as an instant classic? I know you want the outcome to be different, but still, this is an instant classic, I guess, if you will, for this.
We just worked so hard in the off season, lifting, practicing on our own. And obviously it paid off. You know, it wasn't the outcome we wanted, but we played our hearts out and we handled adversity like champions. And in my heart, we're champions. This 2020 team is just champions, and there's nothing I could have asked more of this team.
Down 21 at the half, it was a real roller coaster of emotions, but you guys came back and made this a football game. What does that resiliency say about this football team as we look back on this game?
I think it says a lot about the character of our team. We all love each other. We all fight so much for each other. It didn't matter how much we were down. We believed we were going to come back because we play hard for each other. We know what we can do. Our coaches, they didn't have a special pump-up speech or anything at halftime. Coach Mosier came into the locker room and he basically just reminded us who we were. He basically read off our stats on the year, told us how many points we can score really quickly, and inspired us to come back a little bit.
Tell me about that defense, man. They made you. Got you guys some really good field position. You guys scored, I think it was 1:35. You scored 3 touchdowns thanks to a couple of nice picks and returns from your guys. How jacked were you guys after that, especially after Somerset gives you a 35-27 lead after being down 21 at the half?
Yeah, that was really awesome. Our defense really stepped up. Braden Gilbert and Alex Gorney had huge interceptions. As a quarterback, I mean, we got the ball on our 2-yard line. You can't ask for any more than that. I mean, they did their job.
Final question from me. The 2-point conversion, obviously, after Somerset gets a touchdown with 1:30 left, you guys had the opportunity to try to kick for 1 or go for 2. I don't want to make it about that.
Yeah.
Because Coach said you guys had discussed that and you guys were going for the win.
Yeah.
Before the game, that was the idea.
Yep.
So
said that all year.
Yeah. What was that opportunity like, and kind of what went into that decision and then that play for you guys?
There was no decision to go for 2. I mean, I can remember in the summer, before we were even allowed to practice together, talking 2-point conversion plays with Coach Mosier to win state. I mean, we've talked about that since before this season. We knew we were going for